The woman who is allowing all of these other spoiled, entitled brats to fly private to basketball games.
I think we see that. We see the capability on the basketball court. She can shoot, she can handle, she certainly can pass, okay?
For other players coming in, right? So people say, dang, like he or she's killing them. But you have a 25-year-old playing against a 20-year-old.
You know what's crazier than Caitlin Clark's stats? The WNBA's reaction to them. Imagine breaking records left and right, bringing in millions of new fans, and the league just shrugs. That's exactly what's happening right now. In this video, we're going to show you how Clark's changing the game so much it's scaring the WNBA. You'll see why they're pretending everything's normal when it's anything but. Trust me, by the end, you'll be shaking your head at how badly they're messing this up. Let's take a trip down memory lane, back to the WNBA before Caitlin Clark hit the scene. Picture this. Empty arenas echoing with the sound of squeaking sneakers, TV ratings that barely registered, and a league desperately trying to stay relevant. It wasn't pretty, folks. But then, like a bolt of lightning, Clark steps onto the court. And boom! Everything changes in the blink of an eye. It's like someone flipped a switch, and suddenly, the WNBA is the hottest ticket in town. We're talking packed stadiums, my friends. Places that used to have more empty seats than fans are now bursting at the seams. The energy is electric, with crowds roaring for every Clark three-pointer and no-look pass. It's a whole new ballgame, literally. And don't even get me started on the TV ratings, they've gone through the roof. Clark's games are pulling in millions of viewers. People who've never watched a WNBA game in their lives are suddenly glued to their screens, watching in awe as this rookie sensation rewrites the record books.
The woman who gives them a glimmer of hope that the WNBA won't lose $50 million this year like they have every other year in their existence. The woman single-handedly carrying the WNBA to relevancy.
For other players coming in, right? So people say, dang, like he or she's killing them. But you have a 25-year-old playing against a 20-year-old.
Social media, it's buzzing like a beehive on Red Bull. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, it's all Clark all the time. Highlights are going viral, memes are spreading like wildfire, and suddenly everyone's talking about women's basketball. Now let's break down some of these crazy numbers. Attendance isn't just up, it's doubled. That's right, doubled. Arenas that used to be half empty are now sold out, with fans fighting for tickets like it's the last slice of pizza at a party. TV ratings, they've exploded like a supernova. We're talking about millions of viewers tuning in to watch Clark work her magic on the court. It's not just die-hard basketball fans anymore. It's everyone from casual sports watchers to people who couldn't tell a basketball from a bowling ball before Clark came along. You want to know how much WNBA attendance really jumped after Caitlin Clark joined? It's mind-blowing. We're talking about a seismic shift in the league's popularity. And get this, Clark knows it too. She's not shy about acknowledging her impact. In her own words, Clark said, "From the amount of people that have showed up in the stadiums, from the viewership numbers, just how it's evolved in such a short period of time shows everyone there is real opportunity here. She sees the change, she feels the energy, and she knows she's at the center of it all." But here's where things get weird. You'd think the WNBA would be shouting from the rooftops about this incredible turnaround, right? Wrong. They're acting like nothing's changed. It's like they're stuck in a time warp, pretending Clark hasn't just revolutionized their entire league. Why? That's the million-dollar question, folks. And trust me, we're going to dig into that next. Because this isn't just about numbers, it's about the future of women's basketball. And right now, the WNBA seems to be dropping the ball in a major way. Hold up, we've got a mystery on our hands. The WNBA's got a golden goose in Caitlin Clark, but instead of shouting it from the rooftops, they're whispering it under their breath. Why is the league dragging its feet when it comes to celebrating its brightest star? The answer might shock you. You'd think with Clark setting the courts on fire and fans going absolutely bonkers.
So for me, it's not just about talking about one player. It's about talking about all the players.
The woman who is allowing all of these other spoiled, entitled brats to fly private to basketball games.
We talk about league attendance. The Indiana Fever, all right, with Caitlin Clark, led the league in attendance both home and on the road.
The WNBA would be all over this like white on rice, right? Wrong. They're playing it cool. Too cool. It's like they found a winning lottery ticket and decided to stuff it in their sock drawer instead of cashing it in. Let's talk about how they handled the awards last season. They were quick to announce the MVP, Coach of the Year, heck, even the Sportsmanship Award. But Rookie of the Year, Clark's Award? They dragged their feet for weeks. It's like they were hoping we'd all forget about it or something. Get this, they announced the MVP on September 22nd, but Clark's Rookie of the Year award, that didn't come until October 3rd. Almost 2 whole weeks later, fans were losing their minds, wondering what the heck was going on. Social media was blowing up with comments like, "You still haven't congratulated Caitlin Clark on a Rookie of the Year award? Why is that?" Good question. Random internet person. We're all wondering the same thing. It's like they're scared of her success. But why? Maybe it's because she's not just outshining the other rookies, she's making some of the veterans look like they're playing in slow motion. Clark's out here breaking records left and right. She's the first rookie to record a triple-double and set the record for most assists by a rookie. That's not just good. That's never seen anyone like her territory. And you know what's wild? Clark herself seems to be taking it all in stride. When she finished 4th in MVP voting, she just shrugged it off, saying, "I mean, it's cool, but I don't really care. I'm just going to go out there and help my team." Talk about a class act. But her nonchalance doesn't change the fact that she's a game changer for the league.
Caitlin Clark got you watching the league because it wasn't just her. You wanted to see who eventually she was going to end up going against. She has you transfixed on the entire league. That's why I brought up Michael Jordan and Larry Bird. I look at it from that standpoint and I say mad respect. Are there other players in the WNBA that are better? Yes. I think we see that. We see the capability on the basketball court. She can shoot, she can handle, she certainly can pass, okay?
The WNBA's reaction is leaving everyone scratching their heads. Fans are confused, players are probably wondering what's going on, and analysts are trying to make sense of it all. It's like the league is stuck in the past, not realizing they've got a once-in-a-generation talent on their hands. Clark knows what's up, though. She's been vocal about the need for the WNBA to step up its game. In her words, the more we can continue to expand that and continue to have games on national television, the better it's going to be for the future of the game. She's not just playing basketball, she's thinking about the big picture. But here's the kicker. If the WNBA doesn't get its act together and start embracing Clark's star power, it might cost them big time. They're sitting on a gold mine and acting like it's fool's gold. It's a head-scratcher of epic proportions, and if they're not careful, they might just fumble their ticket to the big leagues. All right, folks, we're at crunch time. The WNBA's standing at a crossroads, and the path they choose could make or break the league's future. On one side, we've got Caitlin Clark, a superstar who's lighting up the courts and bringing in fans by the truckload. On the other, we've got a league that seems afraid of its own success. Here's the deal. If the WNBA doesn't wake up and embrace Clark's star power, they might just lose the best thing that's ever happened to them. We're talking about a player who could take women's basketball to new heights, but only if the league lets her shine. The ball's in their court now. Will they ride the Clark wave to a brighter future? Or will they let this golden opportunity slip through their fingers? One thing's for sure. What happens next is going to be a game changer, for better or for worse.